Welcome back. Welcome back. Week 2's here, baby. Week 2 NFL Sports Pick here with your host, Josh, with Pick Talk, your sports betting podcast. We're going to go ahead and break down every week for you guys, each game, piece by piece. Didn't really have the hottest start to week 1. Could have been better. But we're just going to go from there. We're just going to try and bounce back. That was a pretty crazy week 1 start, I had to say. Week 2's here, so let's go ahead and dive into these games. All right. Thursday night, baby. Looking forward to this one. We have Commanders at Packers here. We have Packers 3.5-point favorites, over under 49.5. Both these teams had a dominating week 1 performance, I would say. Packers beat the Lions fair and square. Commanders crushed the Giants. I know on the first video I was talking about how Jaden Daniels is probably going to have a sophomore slump this year. I'm going to take that back, I think. That dude is hard to get off the field on third and fourth downs, man. With this game, though, I mean, I'm a little worried about Parsons. He was really explosive week 1. That's about the only thing that can get the commies off the field here. But from what I was reading, Commanders are a non-divisional elite team against the spread. Looks like they're 9-3-1 since last year. Let's look at this head-to-head here. We have Packers leading the head-to-head 5-4, 5-3-1 to Washington, and 5-4 to the over/under. Personally, I don't know. I'm not sold on the Packers yet. Jordan Love, you got to prove it to me tonight, dude. If I were to take like anytime touchdown on this game, I'm not saying I'm going to, but if I were, I like Zach Ertz with the anytime touchdown. But for a pick here, or my lean, actually I'm gonna take this as one of my picks. Give me the Commanders plus 3.5 here. I think they can. I think Jaden Daniels is him, dude. I take back what I said. That dude he's something else. Give me the Commanders plus 3.5. That's what I like here. Let's move on to this next game. Actually, the first game of Sunday. We got the Rams at the Titans. We got the Rams opening favorites at 5.5 points, over under 41 now. It looks like it went down. It was at 42. Yeah, both of these teams have offensive line injuries. Titans lost their right tackle in week 1. As Cam Ward is already running for his life. I mean, he looked good. Don't get me wrong. I mean, he had no protection. Put him back in a pocket. I mean, he could probably do something. Back at the Titans, like that team, I don't know. I don't even know if I trust them at all. I don't even know. They're probably going to be one of the worst teams this year, dude, if they can't protect Cam Ward. Stafford and the Rams, they looked pretty good last week. They beat the Texans. I know I was pretty high on the Texans. But they did come out with that victory here, 1-0. Let's see, head-to-head, 3-1 to the Titans. Wow, 3-1 over-under as well. I don't know. I'm going to stick with Matty Stafford here. Give me the Rams minus 5.5. I think that's a pretty easy one. I don't trust Cam Ward, that offensive line, anything to deal with that. I know both offensive lines are pretty banged up, though. But, yeah, give me the Rams minus 5.5. Let's move on to this next game here. Seattle at Pittsburgh. Looks like we got Steelers minus 3 over under 40.5. I was looking. It looks like this is one of the lowest totals of the week. I don't know. Rodgers, he looked nice week 1. He was taking some hits, got back up, still led them to victory. I mean, the kicker did, but he led them to victory. Seattle, I really wasn't too impressed. Their offense really wasn't clicking. I don't really see them doing anything here as well. That Pittsburgh defense at home, I don't know, count me in there, even though I'm not a Pittsburgh fan, as you could tell. But we're not going to even bring bias into this. DK's first game against his old team as well. He might have a game here, dude. You can look at his catches, maybe yards. Probably yards, dude. I could see Rodgers airing it up to him. Like I said, he looks solid that week 1 start. Week 1 start there. Give me hate to say it, give me the Steelers on the money line. Give me the Steelers on the money line here. Let's move on to the next game here. Buffalo at the Jets. Buffalo 6.5-point favorites. Yeah, Josh Allen. He looked real solid that week 1. I mean, he is your MVP. He is your MVP. I can't fight that. He's my MVP, I'd say. Especially, look at that, dude. I don't know. It's early in the season. He's just doing Josh Allen things. On the other side of the ball, you got Justin Fields there. He actually had a really good week one. They almost squeaked out that win, but I don't know. I don't know what happened there. It's a divisional matchup. I could see a high-scoring game here. I am kind of leaning towards the overs. Let's see here against head-to-head. 8-2 to Buffalo, 6-4 against the spread for Buffalo, 4-6 to the over/under. I don't know. Give me Justin Fields and the Jets here plus 6.5. That's what I see. I'm not saying it could happen. Divisional game. I like what I see now. Justin Fields. Give me the Jets. Let's move on to this next game. Chicago, Detroit. Looks like Lions are 6-point favorites. Over under 46.5. Yeah, I don't really know what to think about this game. Bears came out, dominated first half. Caleb looked good, man. Like Caleb looked good. Fell apart in the second half. The whole team did. I mean, towards the end there, they came back, did a little drive, kept it within a one-score game. Score doesn't reflect how that game went, personally, I think. Same with the Lions, man. They came out and shit the bed. Excuse my French. I don't even know if I want to trust any side here. Ben Johnson's back taking on his old team. This is a divisional matchup. Head-to-head here, you have 6-4 with the Lions winning straight up, 5-5 against the spread, 5-5 the over/under. I don't know. I could see the Lions bounce back. I'm not really going to trust them. I'm not going to take a side here. I'd have to go with the over 47.5. I think that's a pretty solid. No, it's down to 46 now. I think that's pretty solid. Yeah, not a side. Go ahead and take the over 46.5. Next game here. Let's move on to the Giants at Cowboys. We got Cowboys 5.5-point favorites. Over under 44.5. Wow. Cowboys, they probably could have won that week one game if you ask me. If that was, I don't know. But Eagles, defending Super Bowl champions, they weren't going to lose it. Even though it was divisional, they're on to the next divisional game. First two games, there's no way the Cowboys can start 0-2 right here, right? I mean, the Giants too, but I'd probably trust the Cowboys. Russell Wilson's still getting the start. Looks like darts breathing down his neck. I think Giants team might look a little bit better in the second part of the season. But right now with Russell Wilson under center, I don't think I'm going to trust him. Dallas dominates at home, 15 straight wins dating back with Dak. I don't know. I think the only right thing here to do, let's see, head-to-head, look at 9-1 to the Cowboys, 3-6-1 against the spread, 6-4 to the over/under. Give me the Cowboys minus 5.5 here. I think that's a no-brainer. Let's go this next game here. We got Cleveland at Baltimore. All these divisional games, man. This is pretty crazy within the first couple weeks. I like to see it. Browns, man, they almost won against my Bengals. I don't really have anything to say about them. I mean, I was kind of scared. I'm not going to lie. They held our offense to like under 10 total yards in the second half. Pretty embarrassing when you have Joe Burrow under center. But, I mean, what do you say? I don't think you can say anything. We got the dub. But let's not really talk about that game. Let's talk about this one. Ravens, on the other hand, they lost that, what was that, Sunday night game to the Bills, man. Lamar, Derrick Henry, they tore up that first half. I don't know. I think I've had a side bet on Mark Andrews touchdown. I'm not touching him ever again. Yeah, they had like a 15-point lead. Let it slip away. I don't know. I could see them bounce back here. Don't know if I want to take the 11.5. I think it's a little too many on the points with Flacco returning home to Baltimore. First time. I don't know. Let's see here. Head-to-head, 6-4 to the Ravens, 4-6 against the spread, 5-5 to the over/under. Give me the Browns. Plus 11.5 here. The way they played Bengals held Joe Burrow to that in the second half. I don't know, man. Even the Ravens with their they can't start 0-2. Have a little fire underneath them. I'm still taking the Browns plus 11.5. Let's move to this next game here. We got the Niners minus 3.5 at the Saints. Over under 40.5. Sorry about that. All right. This week, I know that the Niners are a little banged up. I don't think Purdy's starting. I think Mac Jones is getting the start under center. That is, I don't know. I'm a little worried about that. I'd rather trust Purdy over Mac Jones. I know Mac Jones decent, but I don't know. Saints, on the other hand, they almost got that win last week. Held Kyler Murray pretty good. I don't know. I think the Saints could probably hold Mac Jones pretty good too. Keep this game pretty close. McCaffrey is going to play. I think the trends favor 49ers 6-2-1 against the spread versus the Saints. I don't know if they're going to be the same without Brock Purdy. Let's go the head-to-head matchup here. Look at straight up even 5-5. But the Niners do cover the spread 7-3. 6-3-1 to the over and the under. I think this is going to be more of a defensive match. I was pretty impressed with both the defenses last week. I know the Niners played a divisional game. The Saints played the Cardinals. But I don't know. The quarterback play here is not too impressive with Rattler on the other side. Give me the under 40.5 here. Let's move on to this next game. We got Patriots at Dolphins. Looks like your Dolphins are 1-point favorite, over under 43. I don't know. I thought the Patriots were going to win last week against the Raiders. I really don't know what to think about this team. On the other hand, I also thought the Dolphins were going to win too. That organization is dumpster fire. McDaniels, Tyreek's in a bunch of trouble. I don't know. Tua doesn't even look like he wants to play the game. I mean, can you blame him? All the head injuries. No, he got his bag. I think he's good. Who knows? I don't know, but we do need both teams to bounce back here after the week 1 performances. Yeah, Pats lost, Raiders 20-13. Dolphins beat bad by Colts 33-8. I don't trust McDaniels. Don't trust Tua. I think I took them week 1. I don't trust them. I do not trust them at all. I'm going to go ahead and back the Patriots again here. It is another divisional matchup. If you look over here, 8-2 to the Dolphins, 1-9 against the spread, 3-6-1 the over-under. I don't know. I'm not touching the Dolphins with a 10-foot pole. Get them away from me. I'll take the Patriots. I think it's a money line I'm going to take. It's a -102. You can consider it a dog because they're not the higher favorite. But we're going to take the Patriots -102. Let's move on to this next game. I'm pretty excited for this one. We got the Jacksonville Jaguars at the Cincinnati Bengals. You got the Bengals a 3.5-point favorite here, over under 49.5. Bengals, like I said, they almost lost that week 1 game against the Browns. That was kind of scary. Their offense came out good. First half, second half, not so good. Squeaked out a win there. As long as we got the dub, that's all I'm worried about. Jags had a great week, and their game got a little rain delayed. ETN tore them up on the field. That rushing offense looked pretty good. Let's see head-to-head here. Bengals 7-2, 3-5-1 against the spread, 5-3-1 the over-under. Last time they played 2 years ago, that game went to overtime. I'm not looking to get fancy here. I'm just going to do a little homer pick. Not doing no points. Just give me the Bengals money line. I just really want to win here. That's really all that matters to me. Okay, let's go ahead and move on to this afternoon slate. First game of the afternoon slate, we got Panthers at the Cardinals. Cardinals looks like they're 7-point favorites. The Panthers, they looked terrible last week. I backed them. I don't think I ever want to back them again this season, truthfully. Don't want to touch them with the 10-foot pole as well. Cardinals, other hand, they almost lost that game to the Saints. They could have lost it. Did they? No, they didn't. But they're back home this week. 7-point favorites. Bryce Young looked flat last week. I don't know. Panthers are pretty banged up on their defense. Let's see right here. Head-to-head. Panthers do have the straight up against the Cardinals and against the spread. 6-3-1 to the over-under. I don't know. Give me the Cardinals -7. I'm not touching the Panthers with the 10-foot pole, like I said. Let's go on to this next game. This game's pretty exciting right here. You got the Broncos -2.5 versus the Colts. Looks like the over-under is sitting at 43 now. It was at 42 last time I checked. Both these teams are off a 1-0 start. Broncos beat the Titans here 20-12 last week. Colts dominated 33-8. Both the quarterbacks played last week. Bo Nix had a couple turnovers. Sophomore slump. Bo, I thought he was a little bit better than that. I mean, I'm an Oregon fan. I could be a little biased. I don't know. Maybe that's who's going to have the sophomore slump this year instead of Jane Daniels, like we were talking about. But on the other hand, Daniel Jones, man, Danny Dimes, he's looking like a shell of his old self, dude. I don't know. I don't really know if I trust Denver's offense here. That Colts defense, they look nice. I know they did play the Dolphins. Dolphins are a dumpster fire week 1. I did go against them. I'm probably going to have to back them here. Let's see here. Head to head. Colts do have the 6-4 straight up, 4-6 against the spread, 5-5 the over under. Both these teams are 1-0 to start week 1. Give me the Colts at home +2. I think Danny Dimes is going to lead this team to victory, starting a little 2-0 start with them coming, Denver coming across the USA to all the way over to Indy. Let's go and move on to this next game. We got the Eagles -1 at the Chiefs. Eagles are defending Super Bowl champions. This is actually a rematch, whatever you want to say, of last year's Super Bowl. Chiefs coming off that loss week 1 out in Brazil. Herbert looked like a beast. Not being biased, like I said, Oregon fan, but they did lose that week 1 versus the Chargers over there in Brazil. Eagles won a tight one in Dallas. There wasn't really too much scoring in that second half. Kind of crazy after they did that little delay. I know Xavier Worthy's still out for the Chiefs here. Rice as well, Rashee Rice. Under feels pretty good. I don't know. I don't really know what side as far as over-under on this one. I would rather take that live if, the Chiefs come out, start fast, put out some points early. You could take the under. I still like the Eagles money line. I think it's like a -125. They are -1. Kind of the same thing, depending on what you want to do. If you want to eat a little bit of juice or not, and take that -125 just for that straight up win. Feel a little bit more comfortable in that spot. Let's go ahead and move over to the Sunday night game here. Minnesota back-to-back primetime games. You got the Falcons coming off that loss, off that field goal with Young Hoku missing that to go to overtime. I had the over-under on the over of that Buccaneers-Falcons game. That field goal hits, that over hits. It's week 1. Like I said, no one really knows shit. We're just going to go with it. I'm trying to bounce back here. With this game, you got the Vikings -3.5, over-under 44.5. Sunday Night Football. Vikings beat the Bears 27-24 week 1. Falcons lost to the Bucs 23-20 week 1. I don't know. Both quarterbacks look pretty good here. Penix, he's looking solid, man. JJ McCarthy, he had a little slow start in the first half, came out. They got that offense dialed in. He needs a little time to warm up. Both teams are a little banged up. I know that on the defensive side. So what I'm going to do here, I think there's going to be a shootout on Sunday night. I know I said that primetime unders is my calling. I probably shouldn't go against it, but I don't know, the way both these teams perform in week 1 and with the lights on, I don't know, I think you're going to see a shootout here. See the head-to-head matchup. Vikings do hold the 7-3, 2-7-1 against the spread. The over-unders 4-6. Last time they played was last year. Look at that, 63 points total. I think we're going to see something like that again, even though we do have McCarthy, new quarterback. Not sure if Penix played. When was that? Oh, yeah, later in the year, Penix played. So, I don't know. I could see the same thing kind of like that. Give me the over 44.5 here. Let's move on to our doubleheader on Monday Night Football. Buccaneers at the Texans. I know I was pretty high on week 1 on this Texans team. They actually came out pretty flat. They look pretty flat without Mixon. I don't know. I don't know about this team. They lost to week 1 at the Rams. Rams look solid, but Texans didn't. On the other hand, you got Baker. This guy's a beast, man. That game-winning drive, that was, I guess it wasn't a game-winning drive, but to put him ahead, that was pretty crazy. Baker doing Baker things, dude. Like I said, this Texans offense looks soft with no Mixon back there. I don't think the Bucs are going to have Chris Godwin. Mbuka, dude, that first game from, what do you have, 2 touchdowns? I think that's how you say his name. Sorry if I missaid it, but he had 2 touchdowns, man. Hey, he's the truth. I think he might be the best wide receiver coming out of that draft. I'm not saying, but I'm saying. Yeah, let's see the last time this team's played. couple years ago. Texans do have the head-to-head at 5-0, 1-3-1 against the spread, 3-2 to the over/under here. I think this might be my pick of the week, dude. I know the Texans need to bounce back. That defense is solid. Don't know if I trust it here. CJ, can you bounce back after that sophomore slump, man? I had faith in you. But we're not going to go ahead and ride them this year. This week, we are going to take the Buccaneers money line. All right. That's our money line dog of the week. I think that's at plus 120. I think Baker's going to come out with all the lights on him, all the eyes on him. He's going to come out and show this Houston defense what the fuck he's really made of. Excuse my French. That's the first one of your doubleheader here of the Monday night game. We have a divisional matchup to go ahead and close out the week and this doubleheader on Monday night. You have the Chargers at the Raiders. Chargers 3.5-point favorites. Over under 47. Both these teams entering 1-0 in the AFC West after week 1. The Chargers did beat the Chiefs out in Brazil. That was pretty good game. Herbert did ball out. I was pretty impressed with how he looked and how the Chargers team looked as well. The Raiders, they do have some people questionable on their side. Brock Bowers, I'm not sure if he's going to play. If he doesn't, they do have Michael Mayer there. They shouldn't be missing him too much. But Brock Bowers, how can you not miss him? Right here, 6-4 to the Chargers, straight up 5-4-1 against the spread, 5-5 the over under. Like I said before, I am high on the primetime unders, 60% hit in the past 6 years. I don't know. This week I don't feel it, man. The week 1 scoring was pretty crazy. I think we're going to go against the grain here. We're going to go with the over 47. I think both these teams will come out pretty strong. You got Pete Carroll and Geno Smith. Nothing to get too excited about. Geno can run the game, but Herbert and the offense there, I think they take the 2-0 in the West here. Yeah, those are my picks. We're going to go on 47, over 47 on this Chargers-Raider game. If you guys would go ahead and mind like and subscribing this video, I would really appreciate it. And we can go and be back for week 3. Let's get it, baby.